What's up, weirdos? What's going on, guys? All right. Welcome in to the crypto future. Let's talk some crypto, guys. Let's talk some Bitcoin. So I'm just heading back home. When I left, Bitcoin had just broken through $126,000. Now, I called for it earlier today in the live stream, and I think we broke through as we were live. So I'm not sure what it is right now, but we've managed to break through 126K. Like I said, since the beginning of the month, I've been calling for about $142,000 potentially, hopefully by the end of this month. Here's the thing, guys. There probably will be, a correction or two throughout the month. It's been fantastic over the last 2 weeks, don't get me wrong, for Bitcoin's price action. Altcoins have been melting upwards slowly. I think Miria was up like 33% when I left the house or something today. So, altcoins are working their way upwards, but expect Bitcoin to have some minor corrections. I'm not talking flash crashes or anything like to that magnitude, but don't be surprised to see a correction or two throughout the month for Bitcoin. Obviously some of the altcoins as well. But I think that once Bitcoin finally does find its next level of consolidation before working its way up to 140 to 142K, because while I'm saying that's my target, that doesn't mean it's just going to keep doing what it's been doing the last week and a half, and it's just going to, every day is just going to be a green candle to the upside. Au contraire, mon frère, right? It will have minor corrections and levels of consolidation along the way, and that's what you want. You want that to happen, because if there's no consolidation levels, then guess what? There's no support levels. If there's no support levels, then guess what? If Bitcoin corrects, it corrects all the way back down where it started, right? That's why you need to build levels of support. While they're boring and they can kind of be dreary and stuff like that, they are necessary to stay at higher levels, right? You got to put in higher highs, got to put in higher lows as well, right? So in saying all of that, expect a couple of corrections for Bitcoin throughout the month, which is fine. And when Bitcoin does correct and consolidate, that is when altcoins will continue to, I call it a melt up, right? To melt their way upwards. So as Bitcoin consolidates, altcoins will continue to climb. As long as Bitcoin continues on doing what it's doing now, altcoins will continue to try to catch up to Bitcoin's price action. As we know, Bitcoin is the tide that rises all boats, right? So as long as it keeps going, alts are going to keep going, which is great, right? We want these projects to be at as high a level as possible before the parabolic phase of the altcoin season kicks off, right? Because obviously, the higher they are when altcoin season starts, because look, I know a lot of people are calling for altcoin season right now. A lot of people are saying it's altcoin season right now. It's not altcoin season right now, guys. I know the altcoin season index, I think was at like a 68 this morning when we did the morning market overview over on the Patreon. We're not in a, I've said this before, I'll say it again. There's an altcoin season, and then there's the altcoin season, right? The true parabolic phase of the altcoin season, the altcoin season, that doesn't come, as I talked about yesterday, that doesn't come until after Bitcoin has topped, right? But that doesn't mean altcoins are not going to run till then. Altcoins are still going to keep climbing until then, right? So what I'm getting at is that if you're sitting on the sidelines right now and you're saying, well, maybe I'll wait to buy my favorite altcoin because, maybe it'll go lower or something like that. Here's the thing, guys. Even the prices we saw 2 weeks ago on some of these altcoins are just as low as a week ago, as early as a week ago. We might not see those levels again. Those levels might be gone until the bear market, right? Whether it's projects like Miria or Pith or Wormhole or Ondo or whatever your project is, Zbeck, Jasmy, Cardonzo, XRP, whatever it is, right? You might not see these prices again until we're getting closer to the bottom of the next bear market. So if you are sitting on the sidelines right now, it's not financial advice, guys, right? You got to do whatever you got to do. But you might end up having to buy in at higher prices because you waited, right? I remember at the bottom of this bear market, we saw about about a $15,000 Bitcoin, 15,000, right? 2022, I think, in 2022. And you saw some of the biggest crypto content creators out there on YouTube were telling people, and I was watching their videos. I know I'm not going to name names, but I think we all know who they are for the most part. If you were here, they were telling everybody to sell their crypto at $15,000. They were saying, sell your Bitcoin, sell it, because Bitcoin's going to $9,000, and then buy back in at $9,000, right? Guess what? Bitcoin didn't go any lower than 15 grand, right? And then it climbed its way up to 20, worked its way up to around 26, then it was 32, and then it just kept going, and then they were screwed. And then you're screwed, right? That's what waiting for lower prices gets you. That's why, again, it's not financial advice, guys, but that is why I have found, this is my third full cycle. I don't count the first cycle because, I mean, it was like a partial cycle, right? So this is my third full cycle, okay? So I can tell you with confidence, I have seen so many people left behind because they were waiting for lower prices. I've seen every shortcut, scheme, scam, trick, manipulation that there is to see. And the one tried and true strategy that I have found has always worked, not just for me, but for so many others, is simply dollar cost averaging into your favorite cryptos that you have done your research in, right? That's it. That way, at least partially, you manage to hit the bottom, right? Because you're never going to time the bottom, but you can partially hit it and quit it if you're dollar cost averaging, right? It's always worked for me. It got me where I am today, and I will never waver from that strategy, because if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? My plan works, my strategy works. It's the same strategy I see a lot of other people use that are successful as well. I have never, ever in my investment career seen anyone properly deploy a dollar cost averaging strategy and fail, unless they're dollar cost averaging into some garbage project, right? And I don't like using the term garbage project or S-coin or whatever, because at the end of the day, what is my opinion? What is anybody's opinion about a project, right? Especially because I notice a lot of content creators out there too, they use that term a lot. Whether it's on X or YouTube or whatever, they say S-coin, right? I'm not going to say the full word, but S-coin, you know what I'm saying? And they haven't even done any research into the project. They just say it's an S-coin without knowing a lick about it. Not a single thing do they know about it. They didn't do any research into it. They don't know who runs it. They don't know what other projects the team has been involved in before. They don't even know what the utility of the coin is, what the project does. Is it payroll streaming? Is it cross-border payments? They don't know anything about any of it, but they'll say that it's an S-coin, whatever it is, right? That's why I don't like that term, guys, because I find most people probably, and you know, most percentage statistics are made up, and this one's made up too, but I would say best guess 99.9% of people who use the term S-coin when describing an altcoin have not done a bit of research into the project, right? Just loosey-goosey throwing the term around. and it's irresponsible, right? So I don't like using it, but I didn't want to make the video too much about, so at the end of the day, my point was like, even if I say something is a trash coin or a garbage coin or an S coin or whatever term it is, right? Don't just take what I say about it like that and just say, oh, that's not a good project, right? Go do research and verify what I'm saying is valid, because maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something, right? This is not a channel based on my ego. I can be wrong about stuff, right? I mean, hell, my wife tells me I'm wrong all the time. So, you know what I mean? I can be wrong, guys. Right? I might miss something. Not on purpose, but, But I would never on purpose speak on any project in a derogatory manner simply because I want to be malicious, right? I would never do that. So that's why you've never seen, I've been doing this for 3 years now on YouTube, and you have never seen, there is not a single video on my channel fudding a project, fudding any altcoin anywhere. If someone asks me about a project and I don't like it, if I don't like the project, the worst you'll get out of me is, yeah, I mean, seems okay, but it's not something I personally would buy, right? Like, I'm not interested in buying it. That's the worst you would get out of me. I'm not going to sit there and FUD a project that people have their hard-earned money invested in. That's completely irresponsible for anybody with a platform to be using their platform to do something like that, right? Those are people I find with egos. But anyway, continuing on, the point is, guys, things look very, very bullish. I'm very excited. I really, really am, because so many people have been with me for so long and for years now in this 4-year cycle. And they've never been through an altcoin season before, like a parabolic phase of a bull run. And it's going to be a lot of fun, right? It's going to be a lot of fun to watch the reactions of a lot of you guys who are experiencing this for the first time, because it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. My first cycle, I've told this story on the Patreon quite a bit, and I'm going to kind of drop a little bit of it here real quick, guys. I'm not going to keep you too much longer here, but after the first true life-changing wealth that we made, I remember standing in the kitchen at night with my wife, and she was sitting at the table, and I just kept thinking, and I said to her, I said, I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop still. What's the catch? How is the government or something going to come in and find a way to take my money, take this life-changing wealth? Because there's no way that this money is mine. There's no way it's going to stay in my account. There's some catch is going to come from somewhere and take my money somehow, some way, right? And I waited for that other shoe to drop, and at the end of the day, guys, it just never dropped. It never, still to this day, sometimes I sit there and I'm like, and it's been like 8 years really since I made true life-changing wealth, right? The first cycle you make some money, but not true life-changing wealth. We're talking retired, never have to work again, my children don't have to work wealth, right? When that came, I still sit here and I'm like, when's the other shoe gonna drop? When is the government gonna come in and take my money from me and say, this was not done legitly or something? What's the catch, right? And at the end of the day, there just isn't one, right? The only reason that this opportunity exists is because so many people don't believe that this opportunity exists. That's as stupid as that sounds. And as soon as the rest of retail investors realize that this opportunity exists, this opportunity will cease to exist, right? Because you'll find balance. You'll find a lack of volatility in your blue chips. Sure, you'll still have projects that launch every cycle, new layer ones, new Web3 gaming projects, new AI agents, new whatevers, right? New blockchains, better tech will continue to come along. And the government at some point will find a way to insert some sort of accredited investor program that prevents you as the average retail investor from buying in early on these projects, and only the rich can buy in early on them, and then you can buy in on them later, right? They'll tell you that you can only buy Bitcoin because you'll only maybe 2x your money every 4 years, right? And all of the high gain stuff will only the 1% will be allowed to buy that stuff, right? But until that time comes, you have this opportunity again, because most people don't believe that this opportunity exists. And the second that they do, get boots, it's gone, right? So enjoy it. Take advantage of it. Not financial advice. Do your research, but take advantage of the opportunity before you don't have it anymore, right? This is a once in a lifetime, once in a generation opportunity that you have in front of you right now. And when it's gone, it's like a fart in the wind, right? Poof, it's gone. So, and guys, listen, also, if you've never been through a bull run before, if you're new to crypto, consider jumping over to our Patreon group. We have a trading group. We have a lot of educational courses over there as well. And all of the courses, before you roll your eyes, all the courses are free to Patreon members. So if you are a part of our Patreon, you get all of our courses for free. So take advantage of that as well. Get the proper education that you need to succeed in this space. You can join our trading group, because we drop new trades over there every single day, and we've just been crushing it, by the way. And if you're sitting there going, well, Rob, I don't know how to trade. I don't know how to put in a long or a short. And I don't understand any of this stuff. What's the difference between a leverage trade and just a spot swing trade? Well, we have training courses over there and educational content that train you on how to do that. And we even have a partnership with BTCC exchange where you can use basically a demo account, or monopoly money, for lack of a better word, to learn how to trade properly without risking your own money, right? So check it out today, guys. The link is in the description. Also, quick shout out to the channel sponsor as well, Decent Biometric Wallet, to keep your crypto safe. You can swap, take profits, and even stake your crypto right on your Decent wallet. Again, the link for that is down below as well. So check out all of our links, guys. It supports the channel. It supports you. Join our community. Join me and thousands of other members today. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. I'll see you guys in the next one. God bless.